Well, this week on Dateline Schools, we get the chance to sit down and talk with one of the key educators here in St. Clair County, and that's the Superintendent, St. Clair County RESA, Dr. Kevin Miller. And Dr. Miller, as we wrapped up yesterday, we're talking about the Importance Account Day, which is coming up next week. Budget is always a concern, and usually I know here in schools we have to have our budget by July, but the state's still tinkering with their budget, so you guys don't know what's going to happen. So what do you do?
Well, it's a difficult time for especially our local school districts because they're funded per student, and we don't quite know what this per student amount's going to be. There's been a budget that's passed out of our House and Senate, but the governor is vehemently disagreeing with the current system. She's listened to what we call the School Finance Research Collaborative group around the state, which has said we need to set aside pots of money for those who cost more than the typical student to educate. So the governor had sent out a budget back in March that literally addressed those different pools of money that would be for specialized population. But as we sit now, we're looking at a potential of a budget impasse for the first time since 2009 when we had a Democratic governor. Governor Whitmer is the governor now. We had a Democratic governor 10 years ago, and that's the last time we had a budget impasse. And we had a brief period of a few hours of a government shutdown before they passed a budget. But I'm not sure it will be that brief this year. You've got a Republican-led House and Senate who have distinctive views on education, and you've got a new Democratic governor who has her distinctive views of education. And by the way, she came from an educator family, so she certainly has her own views on that. So, and they are, as it stands now, they're very, very far apart philosophically. I don't think they're far apart total dollars. It's just how those dollars are spent that they disagree on.
So, I mean, that's not going to cause us to shut down or anything while we wait for money to come from the state, does it?
No, the essential services will continue to be provided, but you're looking at sections of the government that are non-essential that potentially could shut down on October 1. One of the comments that I should have made earlier is it's never made sense to me that our school districts have to have a budget July 1 and our state budget's October 1. And that's just a tough thing when the budgets are a different starting date.
We'll be back with more tomorrow. For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Herring.